Hey everyone, today I'm doing part 2 of the argument that pro-lifers are actually pro-birth. My main steel man was addressed in my part 1, so go ahead and check that video out if you haven't done so yet. In this video, I'm addressing the pro-choicers' claim that pro-lifers aren't actually pro-life because they don't put any effort into voluntarily seeing to it that children who would have otherwise been aborted are given food, shelter, and education. In my part 1, I explained one reason why that claim is false, and here's my second reason, and it's because pro-lifers do in fact invest time or money into helping pregnant women. There is Children's Home Society and Lutheran Social Service, Alliance for Children, Adoptions Together, American Adoptions, Holt International, Gladney Center for Adoption. The list goes on and on. At my school, me and my brother take part in a tutoring program called Project Purpose, where we teach and mentor children who may come from broken single-parent homes of the poor. The point is that pro-lifers do put effort into helping these children and mothers in need with these adoption agencies. I want to focus on Genesis Women's Clinic in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Genesis is a crisis pregnancy center, and I visited there and interviewed Wendy Burpee, a woman who seeks to help and guide women throughout their pregnancies at Genesis. Here's a clip of what we talked about, and it's really important to listen to her experience and what they do at Genesis if you want to know what pro-lifers really strive for. Hey everyone, today I'm here in the Genesis Pregnancy Clinic in Pottstown, Pennsylvania with Wendy Burpee, and she runs a clinic here in Pottstown where she helps women and she counsels them through their pregnancies. So Wendy, how about you share that with everyone?
Well, Genesis Women's Clinic has been around for 36 years, and we have always sought to help women make life-affirming choices. So in the last year and a half, we turned into a medical clinic, which means that we provide free pregnancy testing. We provide a first trimester confirmation ultrasound, and then we will do the follow-up with that particular mother to help support her, make sure she gets to an OBGYN and gets proper care. We provide material assistance for up to 3 years, so we take away all the concerns about the cost of having a baby, what they're going to need to be able to take care of the baby. So we work really hard to make that mother feel very empowered and supported.
How would you say Planned Parenthood differs from the Genesis Clinic in how does it differ from it? Not only that advocates for abortion and Genesis doesn't.
Yeah, we're polar opposites, and it's funny because people that want to attack the pregnancy center community, they don't really understand what we do here. And although we know that abortion is a legal option in this country, we want to provide you with all the information. So if you go to Planned Parenthood, and I can say this with firsthand knowledge, you go to Planned Parenthood, they don't really talk to you about anything. They don't ask you about your circumstances. They don't want to discuss your concerns. They basically just want to know how you're going to pay and when are you available for the abortion. And it's so fast. There's no time to really stop and think that decision through. And before you know it, you're in a room being, sedated. In my case, I never saw a doctor. I never talked to a doctor. I woke up and it was over. And so at Genesis, we are definitely a polar opposite because women come in and they're frightened and they're concerned and they don't know how they're going to handle this situation and they don't know how far along they are. So we let them see the baby and how far along exactly they are and the development that the child is at, and then we share with them okay, you're 8 weeks, that means the baby is I guess looks like this and has this development going on right now, and we let them see I wasn't allowed to see at Planned Parenthood. They didn't let me see anything. So we let them see and hear the heartbeat of their growing child, and we talk to them about, all right, what are you most frightened of in this moment? What is the scariest part of this unplanned pregnancy for you? Is it your relationship with the person that you got pregnant with? Is it your financial situation? Is it your family situation? Is it that you're in high school or college? Or what are the circumstances? And then we spend time talking with them and helping them overcome those fears. So at the end of the appointment, can we force or make anyone choose life? Well, no, we can't. But we certainly can talk to them about their fears and address them and show them that even at 6, 7, 8 weeks, that life is fully forming and has a heartbeat and is its own separate living human being.
What women usually come in? Are they teenage girls or are they older women? Like, who comes in and what's their usual case? Like, why?
Yeah, we have a really big range of age. A couple of weeks ago we had a 15-year-old, and then a week later some 17-year-olds, and then you might have a 27-year-old, and then it kind of goes back and forth. The age definitely fluctuates. Older women that are in a relationship, they may have 3 kids and say, I can't have another baby. I just can't do it. I can't do it. And so we can really kind of help them talk out that fear, and even potentially the option of adoption, because you maybe aren't equipped to parent at that time, but somebody else would love and cherish your baby. And so it's a very unselfish, courageous act to let your baby be loved and cared for by another family.
So when women come in, are they alone or are they accompanied by someone? And if they're accompanied by someone, is it usually someone like who's not a good influence on them or someone who's like helping them?
We've seen a lot of different scenarios. A lot of times they are alone. Other times there's a girlfriend with them, trying to be supportive. And then sometimes you have a supportive boyfriend. Sometimes you have not so supportive boyfriends. So at Genesis, what we do here is we bring them up to the room as just a client by themselves, so we can have the opportunity to start the process of the ultrasound and make sure that they're, feeling heard without another influence around them. And, because the guys, especially a lot of them, they're not married to each other, so we just want to make sure, is this someone that you want us to bring up to the room to see the baby? Do you feel safe with that? Is that okay with you? We make sure to get their consent. And then we kind of follow that process. Now, have we had someone that was really not supportive? We have. And, that's really hard when they're kind of on the side of abortion. Oh, just do it. It's not a big deal. And we've even had a parent that said, like, if you do this, I'll throw you out of the house. So that's a lot of pressure to put on a young woman who's trying to figure out, what does she want to do? How's she going to handle this? And thankfully in that case, even though she had a lot of pressure, she chose to keep her baby and went to live in a shelter because she realized, yes, I believe that this life matters and is valuable, and I'm not gonna end it. I'm gonna fight to keep it. So she did keep her baby, and was so grateful for the support that we were able to provide her. We do have a lot of women who are in abusive relationships, so that is very common in this area, and we really encourage women not to make their choice about their baby based on that relationship, because with support and love, they can remove themselves from that relationship. And I understand that fully. I was in that abusive relationship, which is why I I made the choices that I made, because I didn't see a way out. Even though there was a way out, there was I'm going to leave this guy and go out on my own and, find support so that I can do what I need to do, which was to become a mother. I didn't feel that that was an option for some reason. And we're here to remind women it is an option, and we will help you. And we will make sure that you are in a safe place, whatever that takes. So we do get a lot of women that are in a bad situation with their relationship.
Yeah, it's really sad that they have to do that. But it's good that they don't go to Planned Parenthood where they're like, oh, we're just going to take away your problem. Like, don't bother with it. But they come to you and they're like, I need help. I need guidance. And I think that's really good. So how long has Genesis been running for?
So Genesis started in Phoenixville, and then they moved in the 80s to Pottstown. So 36 years we've been around. And then since May of 2019, we became a medical clinic because the ultrasound is crucial in being able to show women that there is a life, a baby growing inside of them, even so very early on. And we've seen about a 97% success rate with the ultrasound. So it's really an awesome tool, and it's a tool that every woman has the right to see. Mm-hmm. I don't want to have any woman go through what I went through, which is a fast process into a room where I felt I had no one to talk to me about my situation. And I really was kind of looking for that, but if you're looking for that, Planned Parenthood is not where you want to go, because they just want to take the money, get you in, get you out, and be done with it. So we do a lot of follow through with our women. Our women that get ultrasounds and keep their babies, we build relationships that go on for 3 years. So every month we're seeing them, asking them, how are you doing? What do you need? How can we help you? And that's what I think empowers women. Not get an abortion, see you later. And then they go home and they're alone, grieving the loss of something that really was very valuable inside of them. And they may not even understand that process, but there's a lot of sadness that comes with that for most women. And they have to keep that hidden, right? Because now you're supposed to just go on with your life. You got rid of your problem, go on with your life.
Yeah, pro-choice. It did something that empowers women. I'm good, but they're really not.
Exactly. Even though, let's face it, a lot of the babies that are being aborted are little women, right?
Females.
Yeah, they never were even given the chance to live. So I'm really proud of what we do here, because we really come around women, and we're in it for the long term. We're in it to make real impact in their lives. We're in it to make sure that they don't stay in that abusive relationship, that they realize that they are worth more than that and should be valued and loved and not mistreated. So we want to make sure all those are good things going forward. We help them with parenting and just that emotional support that they need. So I think what we do here at the end of the day is transforming, and it's wonderful because we save a life, but we also keep that woman from trauma, and that's really valuable too.
You see, Wendy was talking firsthand, experiencing what Planned Parenthood does to women. It doesn't empower them. It just hurts them more when they're confused and alone. People often think that the pro-choice is for women and pro-life is for babies, but pro-lifers are for both. We want to help both. Genesis makes that very clear, that they're looking out to actually help and guide women. Genesis provides diapers and clothes and strollers for women who need them. I don't need to repeat everything that Wendy said, but pro-choicers don't really help women more than pro-lifers. They say abortion empowers women, when on many accounts it just adds more trauma to women. If I was pregnant, I wouldn't want women screaming at me to abort, and fairly, I wouldn't want other people screaming at me to keep the baby. But if you look over the internet and all over YouTube, it's the pro-choice party who get hysterical and start spitting and screaming at pro-lifers, not the other way around. That's not empowerment to women. That's just embarrassment to women. Thanks for watching, guys, and please leave a comment below with the question or if you want to challenge my thoughts. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe to support my channel, and check out these other videos if you're interested. Thanks!